What's going on, my friends? Chris here. I want to bring you all a quick update of Bitcoin. Right now we're sitting at $23,400. We're down about 2%. What I want to do here is take a look at the 1-day time frame, then we're going to work our way in. I have a busy day today, so I got to make this a quick video, but I wanted to get it out for you guys. So if you appreciate that, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let me know what you got going on down low, and I appreciate it. So guys, main thing we're going to be looking at here, we've been talking about trying to hold these higher lows. If we're going to continue this daily uptrend, we have to hold the higher lows. And if we throw on our pivots, what you're going to see is the area that we need to hold here is going to be around $22,392. Then we look up to around $22,702. Those are the areas that are going to need to hold. Because what you can see is since we put in this temporary bottom here at 17,567, we've had nothing but higher lows on the bottom here. So we had 17.5, we had 18.6, we had 18.9, we had 20,700, we had 22,400, then we had that 22,700 right in that range, and that's what we need to continue to play out. And one thing that you always want to watch for, guys, when you're looking for these higher lows, you want them to continue, and you want them to continue with volume. So each time that you get this higher low, you want it to come on above average volume. This time we got the higher low, came on slightly above average volume. This time we got the higher low, slightly above average volume, and then we're going to have to see what happens in this range if we're able to hold those areas. Now, the main concern for me that I've been talking about for a while now are all these wicks on top. So you can see a lot of profit taking here, right in this area as well. And what you're also going to notice is that as we've been making these higher highs, because we've also been making higher highs, they've been weaker. So each time we've been pushing up, but we haven't got a ton of follow through. And then you can see we came back down, we pushed up again just barely higher. And then we came back down, pushed up again, just barely higher. So that's showing some weakness here. So for the bulls, we need to continue to see higher lows coming in. And then for the bears, we want to start seeing those lower highs coming in. If you're a bearish trader, you can see all these wicks up top here. What we would be anticipating is next time we get a bounce up into this range, have it be a lower high that potentially could be your short. And then you're looking for continuation to the downside. You put your stop up above here, and that potentially could be an entry for short. So the way I like to look at it, guys, you have to put on your glasses both as a bull and as a bear. So say you're consistently trading as a bull, you also have to look at things as a bear and vice versa. So for me right now, say I'm looking at this as a bull, I'm looking at this and I'm going, okay, I need to watch out for some bearish things like these long wicks, like the lack of higher highs we've been having, but with lack of follow through, or those big pushes to really give us room. So in my opinion right now, if we take a look at the relative strength, we're at 50, so we need to hold that 50 area. If we start going below that, that's going to show more weakness. Our money flow is going to be in the red as well right now, so we have lost the green, and our VWAP's at negative 14.6, and that's going to be on the daily time frame. So something that we have to keep an eye out here, guys. This is showcasing some weakness here. So just be careful on that. That's the main thing that I'm telling you. You don't have to force or rush positions. You know, say you even thought this was going to be our next higher low. Just make sure you use a stop loss. That's the main thing, okay? Next, we're going to get into the 4-hour time frame. We're going to take a look at this. So on the 4-hour time frame, we've actually lost our MACD here, and I like to use these moving averages when I'm trading a little bit more short term. It's going to be our 12 and our 26 moving averages, and that's going to be the same as our MACD, and I really like to use those. So when we're up above them, I like to trade bullish. When we're below them or we get those crosses, you would want to trade bearish or be in cash. So right now, what we're looking at here for Bitcoin is we are trading below now this 12 and 26 EMA. So that's not a good sign. You want to see those curving up. You see right here where we got that nice cross and we were moving to the upside here. Now we got them moving to the downside. So that's why it's so important that we try to hold this $22,700, because as of right now, we had a high of 25,200. We pushed down to 23,668. We tried to bounce up, got rejected around 24,484, and now we're having a lower low. If we get into the 1-hour time frame, and this is also coming on heavier volume, guys, so we have to be careful of that. And then if we take a look at the 1-hour time frame, we are in a clear downtrend now on the 1-hour time frame. So what you can see with these pivots here, 25,214 was the high, and then our lower high right here was 24,448, and then we've also been having those lower lows. So remember, in downtrends, lower highs, lower lows, and uptrends, higher highs and higher lows. So what the bulls would have to do now is get a bounce that's big enough to go up here, try to create some room so that then we can set a higher low and then try to attack these levels here. But we are seeing some weakness on some heavier volume here, guys. So I just want you to be careful of that. If we end up getting into our technicals here, Just give me a second. Okay. So for our technicals, relative strength is going to be at 32 right now, so we are approaching that oversold area. But the main thing is, guys, we've already had a 1 hour oversold bounce, and this was back in this range here, 22,600. We ended up going from 22.6 up to about 24.9, and that was from this oversold condition here. So many times when you get the second one, it may not be as strong. So that's something I'm not putting too much weight in right now. I would probably look for like maybe a 4 hour back burner type deal if you can. So let's do this here. So a 4 hour oversold right down in this range last time. We had a 4 hour oversold. This would put us down at around about 26. So our relative strength got to 26, but you can see the move that we had from there. We ended up going up about 17%. So we're going to keep an eye on the 4 hour oversold and see if that can mark anything for us. Doesn't have to, but sometimes that can mark that temporary bottom, and then we can get a little run from there. And that's one thing I really learned from Dan over at the chart guys here are these back burner plays. So say, guys, you get a really strong move to the upside and you missed it and you say, okay, I want to get in. If it's going to be a really strong move, the first 5 minute oversold, he calls it a 5 minute oversold back burner. Many times that's a great entry in a really strong bull market because you'll get that 5 minute oversold and then you'll go for that next leg up. Okay, so, and that will mark the hourly high or low. Then the next one that you're looking for is the hourly, and that's going to be oversold as well. And typically when we hit that hourly oversold after a big move to the upside, that can mark your daily high or low. And that's kind of how those things work, and it can kind of set you up. And that's what happened back in this range here. If we give an example of the 1 hour time frame, when we hit this right in here. So guys, this was August 9th. So if we go out to the 1 day now and we take a look, let's take a look at August 9th. So August 9th would put us right in here. So this was our higher low. And then we had a move from there. It wasn't a very strong move, but we did have a move from there. So many times in strong markets, which Bitcoin hasn't been in the strongest market, obviously, guys, we've been moving sideways, but in the strongest markets, sometimes that can give you some really good entries, and I've hit that on a few of them before, and they've worked out pretty well. So always look for, when we're in the strong uptrends, that 5 minute oversold first, and then it'll be that 1 hour oversold, and then it'll be that 4 hour oversold, and many times that can mark some higher lows for you. So on the 1 hour time frame, guys, just to go back to that, reiterate a little bit, we'd be looking for support here. If we fall a little bit more at that 22,660 is going to be the area. So we're going to have to see if we get any type of bounce off that. But right now with the broader stock market, we're showing a little bit of weakness here, and that can also drag Bitcoin down a little bit with it. So I just wanted to bring you guys a quick one here. Just be careful out there. You don't have to rush any positions, anything like that. Just really sit back, watch price action, and look for a good opportunity. Remember, if you're buying, buy off support. You want to have friends with you on the trade. It's one of the most important things. God bless you all. Take care.